Leicester Tigers vs Saracens. 5 takeaways as Young England locks outmuscle Sarries despite Maro Itoje's best efforts. Following a 19-10 victory for Leicester Tigers over Saracens at Maro Woods, Welford Road on Saturday, here's our 5 takeaways from the Premiership clash. The top line. A thunderingly confrontational match at Maro Woods, Welford Road saw 3-try Leicester Tigers beat their deadliest rivals by 19-10 in an absolute classic of a winter arm wrestle. Moments, with Daly sprinting through the middle of the park to set up a brilliant try in the first half to send the impressive Tom Parton over. For Kelly's part, he nailed one score and was unlucky to see another chalked off for a fluffed grounding as both English centres excelled. When Itoje was on the pitch, Saracens competed in the forward battle, with the Lions' lock absolutely crucial in terms of maul defence all afternoon. But as noted, with him off the pitch, George Martin and Chesham took their physicality to new levels, which begs the question to Steve Borthwick of how he manages to fit all of these 3 brilliant players into one pack, although with Martin playing regularly in the back row and the other 2 players capable of filling in there. The only question that appears to remain is who plays 6 and who plays 4. At fly half, 2 men that have faced off in consecutive World Cups once again met in direct competition, and neither man gave an inch in terms of their performance. But whilst Owen Farrell was frenetic, trying to wring the most out of his crumbling set-piece, Hander Pollard was as cool as a cucumber, managing the Tigers' exit strategy far more convincingly than his opponent and just edging the one-on-one battle on the night. Nothing will please Steve Borthwick more than knowing his player of the 2023 World Cup, Ben Earl, is back fit and firing. Earl's battle with Springbok Jasper Wiese was an absolute feature of the tussle at Welford Road, and it's to the Saracens man's credit that, despite his team's loss, he probably did just enough to shade the head-to-head, carrying brilliantly at pace either straight down the pitch at pace or offering himself up as the extra man in the wide channel in attack. His vital turnover in his own 22 with Tigers threatening demonstrated his power at the breakdown, and the Sarries 8 was unlucky not to be rewarded for a couple of other turnover attempts towards the end of the first half. For some strange reason, there's been
ongoing speculation amongst fans and pundits over the England number 8 position, despite Earl's brilliance there in recent times. It appears that Earl's shape is simply not appropriate for the positional OCD of English fans on social media, which leads one to conclude there's far too many completely overlooking what Earl brings in terms of pace and footballing to the position. He might not be the traditional shape of an English 8, but the points of differentiation he brings to the position far outweigh any perceived issues about his size. A fit Ben Earl should be one of the first names on the England team sheet, but, as demonstrated yet again on Saturday, it needs to be in the center of the back row, the position he prefers and the one that gives him as many chances as possible to do what he does best, carry at pace. Learnings. Dan McKellar's recruitment is slowly returning Leicester to the DNA of many of the sides we've seen for the last 4 or 5 decades down at Welford Road. Abrasion, teamship and sheer brutality are the features of their game plan, and McKellar is building a deeply resourced squad focused on these qualities. It's not about what the stars like Tommy Reffell, Wiese and the England locks do, but far more about the quality of the unsung heroes of the team. At Loosehead, Cronin put in an almighty shift, and his work around the breakdown and steal is a feature of his game. Ditto Matt Rogerson, a man unlucky not to have seen a cap or two, whose industry and dark arts work slows opposition ball and creates so much defensive belief for his teammates. Mark McCall's men may have lost today, but, considering their injury list and the makeshift nature of the front 5 they fielded on Saturday, they should quietly congratulate themselves on coming up to the Tigers' den and staying in the match for 80 minutes. Lesser sides might have fallen away a lot sooner, and it's credit to the North Londoners just how well they competed despite their selection issues. Saracens have 3 simple and obvious work-ons. Firstly, sort out a coherent and effective exit strategy that allows a deep retreat of the opposition. Exiting is always a twofold business: tactical urgency and strategic position, and, whilst Sarries managed the tactical stuff well, they were never able to get the distance on their exits to fully remove both pressure and danger. The second fix is about fitness, and that's something that's rather more down to nature's healing than any coach. The second fix is about fitness, and that's something that's rather more down to nature's healing than any coaching issue. But to see them shorn of power and size was unusual for such a dominant and physical team, and that was part of the reason that their third issue, that of discipline, was so hard to sort out during the match, and you can be sure that problem of illegality will be a key focus for the coaches moving forward.